And before we get started, you can see the old pump, or the old water cannon, I should say, with the very small tube compared to what we're using here. And then the water cannon itself is just hides the other one. Okay, so in the background, it has been like minus 42 degrees Celsius right outside that door. And that sucks. I don't want to have anything to do with that weather and lithium polymer outside. So for the last little while, as you know, some of the viewers of the show watched that I was working on my FiRE truck. I've been working on a custom FiRE truck because I've always been fascinated with functional radio control hobby products, right? You've all seen me do things with construction projects, or maybe you're new to the channel and you want to check out YouTube Gold and some of the other loading kings and stuff. Big shout out to the boys that are watching, by the way. And we're all working our way through this time. And while I've been working on the FiRE truck, I did a few fires before, and it didn't seem to have the effect that I wanted. Now, it is not easy to get pressure into a truck. In fact, I was working with a foam system. I was trying to utilize the small amount of water that I had with a foam system, a compressed air foam system, CAF system, which is what they use in full-size FiRE trucks. So I thought, hey, we could try it on the small one. But I noticed the flow of the water was not exactly what I wanted. So I needed a whole new redesign, and it took me forever to do it. And for the marginal difference you'll see, you'll be like, is it worth it? The answer is absolutely yes, because when you see it, I think you'll be in agreement. So here we go. Let's have a look at what I have. This is the old water pump right here. You can see it is very small, looks kind of inadequate because I was using a very small cannon. Look at this. Ta-da! This was the custom cannon that I built with a servo and lifting arm and hose. First, I started off with a 2mm hose because I thought I was going to want super pressure that way. Then I went to a 4mm hose. Right, and this was the cannon we had in the last blaze, which I had my old YouTube Gold trommel trailer, which is made of metal, totally harm-free. That was a blaze, and so was the testing garage that I had, as well as I had upgraded at that time the air pump, which I was injecting air into the line to help the water shoot further. Plus, it helped it turn it into foam, because I on board, look at this, a redesign of the trailer. You'll be like, I don't see anything different, but the keeners will notice that there's something different on this for sure. The piping I've gone to is larger than a 1/4 or 3/4 inch. It's just above, I would say, just the way it stretches, so about 3/4 inch, up from the 1/4 inch pipe that was feeding it before. So these two tanks right here, each one of them hold about 4 liters. It's like 3.75 liters or so. And then I had a holding tank in the back of this FiRE truck right here that was totally different. Now, keeners might be noticing something right away. That's cool. I'm going to go through this in a moment. Here is the new back tank that I built for it. A little bit ugly at the moment, but that's okay. It was really just my prototype. This is like prototype number 3. Where I have actually upgraded the entire pump system. Now, this is full of water right now, so it's just a little bit on the heavy side, but look at this pump right here. I know there's lots of people that want to do similar things, so I'm going to leave a link to this pump in the video description box below the video player, just because I know people have been requesting. And look at this, a whole new system. This is 1/4 inch tubing, guys. 1/4 inch tubing to a 1/4 inch long brass tube that comes to an amazing nozzle. You might find this fascinating. I don't know. There's some people out there that just love it when you use old parts that you have, and that's exactly what I've done. None of this you can actually buy as a system. This is all something I kind of fabricated myself, and we'll kind of break it down. So the Ryft RC servo, you can see there's the 299 LP. It is a nice 8 scale size servo, basically. A little bit on the short side because it's a nice short case. I built an armature. I also built this entire nozzle and structure. This right here, this piece, the reason it says R is because it is an aluminum steering spindle for my Super Baja Ray from Hot Racing. And on top is a stock Rock Ray, not a C-hub, but yeah, basically one of the hubs, a spindle. So all of this, my friends, look at this. This is all from a 6 scale. and a 7 scale. And then of course the bottom gear here we have is for long distance antenna for first person view flying. I want to fire this up and show you the increased volume. You'll notice that I've got this unattached just so we can show you without any suction from the back tank, because what's going to happen is the way this is set up is that it's drawing from the bottom. This is going to have this on top. The pump is going to create a negative pressure in here, which is going to create a vacuum, which helps suck all the water through this larger hose and into here. And the reason why I have to have a larger hose going from here into the tank is because of the amount of fluid that it's moving. So you have to have a larger inlet coming in than you have being pushed out here, even though it's a smaller diameter tube. So let's go ahead. I'm going to unhook the tube and we're going to just flush this tank right here with the difference in pressure. And I think you guys are going to be actually happy. Unhook it from the cannon here. Now everything's plugged in, so I'll show you how it works, right? For those that are just joining us. Side dials. Look at how effective that is, guys. Lots of range, right? So I can get right in front of us. I can also get high up on a roof. And then of course on the other dial, moves me left and right. So I can do both at the same time. And of course the switch here is for my pump. Now I'll just move that over here so you can see. We might as well hit the switch. 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Yeah, and empty. That's how quick it empties out. So we're moving major water now, right? So this is just to help me. This is basically a priming system. Even though it's an onboard tank, it's a priming system that can basically start siphoning from this tank over here. How I fill these are through the 2 tubes back here, as well as these are 2 breather tubes. So when it's actually doing a high flow, and the high flow is suctioning the water through here, there is enough air moving through those tubes through to this. Now, last time we tested it out, we were able to get it to about 11 feet on the floor all the way forward, and so we're going to measure it out here today as well once I fill up this tank again. Okay, everything is working. Yes. Okay, so here it is, just going straight with no elevation on the cannon. Okay, we got a good mark. Let's have a look at where it is. With no elevation, the furthest point I would say that it was hitting was straight at 11 feet. So then we had the spatter that went further, but if I went to the furthest spatter, it went to 14 feet, but I think we can do better with some elevation. Okay, so I just want to point out that this is a 1/12 scale truck. 11 feet at 1/12 scale is 132 feet. So we checked in our previous build video before the last FiRE video, and we were searching how far can a pressurized water cannon or fire hose from one of these trucks actually shoot, and it was anywhere between 70 and 100 feet, even though they don't really shoot too high into the air, over 40 feet high because of regulations and danger of smoke and stuff you don't need to know about right now. But I can say that in the spirit of RC Adventures and in the spirit of one of my old favorite shows, Home Improvements and Tool Time and Tim Allen with more power. I'm no Tim Allen, that's for sure, but more power all day long. I'm going to fully charge up this battery to 16.6 volts on this 12 volt pump. Super cold water though, don't worry. I know I'm just making excuses. We're going to overpower this thing and we're going to give it some arc. Hopefully we're going to get some good distance out of it. Let's see what we can do. There we go. Test it out. Too cool, guys. I love making things. Fabricating things in this hobby is just, you know, where it's at. Everybody can buy things, which is cool. And that's what's so amazing about this technology, is there is an RC for everybody out there. But when you want to get really technical and start doing things on your own, you know, like look at that. It's like a carbon fiber hinge right there just because I decided to use something new. And man, that looks amazing. Okay, let's stop talking and get going. In 3, 2, 1, distance. Oh, damn. Look at that. Oh, I got to move my camera. Hold on. Let me get this right here. Got to get the elevation right here. And then all the way over, let's get a pool of water. I can hear the suction of the water into the back tank. And then let's just see how far we got there. Okay. Okay, I say our pool water is right here. Clearly this is the biggest pool. And we are looking at, yeah, look at that, just past 18 feet with spatter that goes, well, quite far, hey, all the way over. Unbelievable, all the way to 21, almost 22 feet with the spatter. But, yeah, I didn't quite catch it there in time because I was operating the camera instead of using the water cannon properly. I kind of sprayed it everywhere. But let's go ahead and shoot that again. I want to make sure I'm getting an accurate shot here. So let's go ahead and set this camera up right here. And then that way I can see if that's exactly where it's going. Okay, let's try take 2 here. And shooting. Yeah, distance. Unbelievable. So it was definitely shooting in the area I thought the pool was appropriate for where it was. Check that other camera. Beautiful. So now it's just a matter of how much fluid can we move. And if you hear it, I'll just let this go back to neutral position here for the cannon. You can hear it filling up in there. Unbelievable. All this trial and error, guys. I guess it is believable because we've done it now, but way past the tire, way over here, back to the back tire. Whew! That's got a huge, huge arc. Okay, that's a great test. So 22 feet. Well, 18 feet in total. I think I'm going to say 18 comfortable. So 216 scale feet. We blew that out of the water. So 18 feet times 12 because of the 12 scale. Unbelievable. So we've doubled the distance of what a full-size machine can do. I think the Bush FiRE truck is a huge success. Not too huge in the views, but you know what? Huge in my fun factor. And it just looks, you know, like, what can I say, guys? All right, guys, thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed Project Pump. I know I have. Everything about this for me just says fun. As always, you know, if you're young watching the show, never play with fire, right? I'm out in the middle of nowhere, literally. Fire extinguishers all around. I'm an old dude. Not saying old dudes know everything, but just saying that I got less time to live. So, guys, thanks for joining me. Hopefully you smashed the like button. We'll see you in the next episode of RC Adventures.